G'day guys, my name is Trent, aka LaxLime, bringing you a PGL Week 3 battle up against the Indianapolis Cobalions. That was a tongue tie. He is the coach, or Trexus is the coach, sorry, and go check out his YouTube channel because the link will be described below. We had to do a showdown battle mainly because we were a little bit time constrained, just because of time zones. He's American and I am Australian, which is like a 17, I think it was a 19-hour time difference. So it was pretty hard to find a time that sort of both suited us. So we had to get something done, quickly. So yeah, that's why we're on Showdown. The recording is also, it was recorded live. However, I've got a post comment because at the time of the recording, I couldn't actually talk and do the live narration. But that's fine. We'll go through it. I'll talk about what I was sort of thinking. But you know what? We'll just get straight in the battle and we'll see how we go. So I pretty much decided to lead out with Lemani because I really just wanted to set up sticky webs. I knew he was probably just going to overpredict at this point and go for the volt switch. So I thought I was pretty safe to go for the sticky web. I got the focus hash anyway, so if he decided not to go and go for the overheat or something and go offensive, then it doesn't really matter because I'll survive the attack and get sticky webs up, which was sort of a priority. I'm sort of thinking that he's probably got the Scarf Terrakion, which can be a little bit of a problem because it does do a decent amount of damage to most of my team. So I've got to really just play around that a little bit. Other than that, I wasn't really sure what his Nido King was going to be, so I was a little bit nervous about it, really. But that's okay. I was pretty happy that I saw the Milk Tang in the back as well, because it's sort of as annoying it is, I'm glad it wasn't another Pokemon that he had. So yeah, that was all good. I decided to go for the Leaf Blade, hoping that I would outspeed, but this pretty much shows me exactly that he is scarfed. So that was a really good thing to see. I was mucking around here and I sort of thought, you know what, I'm going to bluff a Scarf on Keldeo, and hope that he switches out here and I can just go straight for the Surf and sort of get some damage off. Fearing it that he will actually do the switch out. The only thing that can take it really well is probably the Miltank, which I was expecting him to sort of switch into, or the Cresselia. I was too scared to go for the Secret Sword at this point because it was mainly if he went into Cresselia, it's not going to do anything, and Surf is probably my better option. Yeah, so that was this is actually a really long battle. I didn't realize it is actually really long. It took quite some time. There was a lot of thinking. So we decided to actually stay in here, and I was pretty happy about that because the Terrakion was, pretty much able to go down. I know I took a fair bit of damage with the Aerial Ace, but it was at least it was okay. The way he brings this in tells me that he thinks that he can probably, I don't know, I was a bit like, oh, why are you bringing that in? But if he brought it in, he has a reason, so I had to switch out. I thought, Diancie is probably the one to take it. It could have been potentially because he was specially defensive built and he could take a Surf, because if he prepped well enough, potentially he can. I thought Sticky Rebs, Stealth Rocks was probably my best play there, just to get something up. And just help a lot, just dwindling his team down. I just went straight for the Toxic here. Anything that will dwindle this Miltank down is the best. But he actually carries Iron Head, and that does a lot of damage, surprisingly a lot of damage. I was a bit shocked by that. So I wasn't really going to switch in, so I decided I'm going to switch out and go into Sableye. It's like my defensive wall at this point. I've battled Trexus before, and I know he doesn't play super offensively, just by he beat me with his Altaria last time, and the way he played, he sort of really conserved it. So I was sort of hoping for that throughout this battle. I do go for the Will-O-Wisp on this turn, hoping that he'd switch out and I'd Will-O-Wisp something as he switches into the Altaria, which I was super happy about because I'm pretty confident that it was probably a physical orientated one, just by looking at his team. So yeah, I just wanted to stay in here to do an Ice Punch, and I was sort of scouting if it was physical. I've seen him run the Dragon Dance set before, so I just sort of figured it was that. But I was a little bit surprised coming up here actually, because I know that a return from this thing with its Pixelate and everything will do about 40 to 50%. So I was sort of pretty happy just to stay in and muck around and see what he had, just to dwindle it down. Ice Punch does a decent amount of damage, and I'm happy with that. So I was just like, yeah, let's just keep on ice punching it, just punching away, and just sort of show him that he can't muck around with me, because I can just recover on the next turn, and like I'll be pretty sweet and I can wall him out. Well, that was the plan anyway, but it actually turns out, which was pretty shocking in the battle, that he has Sard, which is taking him a very long time to go for. I should have sped this up. I really should have sped this up. Yeah, so he actually he goes for the Sard on this turn, and Sableye gets annihilated. Just completely annihilated. So I was a little bit sad about that. Weavile is my best bet to go in here. I do not carry Ice Shard, because I just didn't want to put like a spot for it. I didn't go Ice Shard mainly because, like, with the sticky webs, if he couldn't get rid of them, that I'll be able to outspeed anyway, and I didn't really want to waste a move spot, so I decided to actually just go Banded, and then in that way, at least, if I'm Banded, it's like I'll be able to kill things a little bit easier. So I just do carry the Poison Punch on it, just in case. So, like, it was more of a coverage move, just in case, like, if he did go in the Altaria on it, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I go into Electros here, just sort of figuring that, yeah, Electros. I've not really used it before, so it was an interesting Pokemon to use. It was a bit of a like when I was drafting the team, it was a bit of like just all out there. I don't know why. Like, I was just like, yeah, Electros, he's cool. Let's go for it. Now, the next play I made was pretty much the biggest misplay I made throughout the whole battle. I don't know what I was thinking. I sort of forgot at this point that the Nidoking was, what's it called? Ground. I just sort of figured it was poison. I don't know, but I ended up going for the Volt Switch on the next turn. So that was a bit stupid of me, because even though, like, I couldn't get much done to him, it's still having it around, just doing a little bit more damage on it with a Flash Cannon or Flamethrower would have been better than being an idiot and clicking Volt Switch. You know what, I thought about this for a long time too, so it just completely did not click at all. I don't know what I was thinking. Idiot. Just a complete idiot. At that point, I just wanted to slap my head. Yeah, like, I was really thinking here, like, who is the best person to take the Sludge Wave? I sort of figured I really need Keldeo and Weavile around on the next lot of game to really just pressure him. Because Keldeo and Weavile actually just, like, will do a decent amount to his team. Keldeo is really low on HP as well, which completely sucks. But I know I'm going to be able to outspeed with a Surf. I should be able to, because this is, like, I sort of built this to be able to outspeed some of his Scarfers. I think the only Scarfer I couldn't outspeed was the Tracheon under Sticky Web, so it was a bit of a muck around. But I'm gonna go into Diancie on the next turn, mainly because I needed something. I just wanted to Toxic this thing, and him setting up Carmine scared the hell out of me, because if he was able to set up enough Carmines, I could not do anything. But thankfully, I'm able to live one of those Psychics and then Toxic this thing, so it's not going to be too much of a hassle later on in the game. Diamond Storm, I don't know, yeah, I went for Diamond Storm, but I'm not going to survive the next attack anyway. From here, I can pretty much just go into Weavile, go for the knockoff, and should be able to kill, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm just going to straight up just go for the knockoff, takes him out, and then the next turn, he is actually just going to go into his Easy Bake, which is fine, because I know I'm going to outspeed, and I'm pretty confident a knockoff would be able to kill him at this range. I think I thought for a little while about what I was going to do to get rid of that Altaria, because I know I needed Weavile around. Weavile was sort of more important to me than what Keldeo was, but then, like, I needed to really get some damage off on Altaria. That was me just running some calcs to try to work out what I can really do to take out this what's it called? Take out the or how much Keldeo would do to the, what's it called? How much a Surf would do to the Altaria, just to get a bit of an idea. Like, because I was really tossing up at this point, like, if I could if I went for the knockoff, I'd kill this thing. Would I stay in and keep on going for the knockoff on the Altaria, or would I switch straight into the Keldeo? However, in saying all of that, I was really fearing the Dragon Dancing, because if he did one Dragon Dance, like truly I would be absolutely screwed. So I had to play like sort of safe. I'm not running Hydro Pump on the Keldeo as well, because I always miss Hydro Pumps and it drives me mad. So I just figured, look, I've got to go for the Surf because it's the the safer bet in this option. So yeah, I finally make a decision, go for the knockoff. I'm able to take out the what's it called, the Easy Bake, and from here, like I was sort of pretty confident that yeah, it was a really hard play, this one. I made it very quickly, but it was really hard play. But I was sort of like thinking about it all that the other time, like I was pretty happy with what I was going to do. I really wanted to scout that if he was going to go for the Roost. If he went for the Roost on the first turn, I was pretty confident that he was going to go for the Roost on the second turn. But I was still really scared at this point, and I sort of thought I'd lost the game, because if he went for one Dragon Dance, like game over basically. So yeah, I go for the knockoff here. He's still thinking. I'm praying like hell that he goes for the Roost, because if he goes for the Roost, I'm pretty confident he's going to do it on the next turn, and then I'll be able to switch into Keldeo, and then sack off Keldeo, come in with Weavile, and take out the win. But it all sort of comes down to what he was going to do. So when I saw that Roost, I was like, yes, this is my chance. This is totally my chance, because I'm pretty sure he's just going to consistently go for some Roost now, just to get in a better position. But I was still really scared of the Dragon Dance. Like I was totally freaking out. So I'm praying for the Roost at this point. But even if he did go into it, like, and he sacked it off, like if I went into Keldeo and it was sacked off, then I could still go on Weavile and pretty much take out the game. I think I was running that Cal to make sure at this point, or at least having a good read. Yeah, so yeah, go for the Surf. It doesn't do too much. However, I know I'm going to take him down on this turn, and then this is where I can go on the Weavile and pray like hell that the Icicle Crash is not going to miss, because if it did miss, I lost the game. Yeah, so yeah, it takes a little while, but the Icicle Crash will connect and I take out the game. Really tough at the end there. It was a super tough battle at the end there, but I do manage to take out the win, so that I'm undefeated, so that's good. I'm only +3. Every single game I've had, I've only won as a 1-0, which is good, because it's more entertaining, and totally more entertaining, and it comes to like when it comes down the wire, it's a lot more exhilarating for me anyway, and I hope it's more exhilarating for you guys. But yeah, that was it. So really good battle. If you'd like a chance to battle me, you can always hit me up on Twitter. My link will be in the description below. If you have anything to say, obviously let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.